my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you the new Glossier Lidstars. These are the new liquid eyeshadows that launched last week, and Glossier actually launched them the day before the Oscars, so they were actually previewed at the Oscars and they renamed it the Glosscars. I didn't actually stay up to watch the Oscars because in the UK it's 8 hours behind and I just couldn't do it, but I did watch it the next day and everyone just looked absolutely beautiful. Let me know below who your favourite look was. Personally, my favourite was probably Margot Robbie. She wore this Chanel dress and her makeup just looked absolutely beautiful, and I just love Margot Robbie anyway, so I think for me personally she was definitely my favourite. So there's actually 6 shades in the collection and I picked up 2 of them. So Glossier have actually got an offer on where if you buy 2 it's £25, which I think is probably $25, or they're £15 each. So I actually picked up 2 shades and I got free shipping with that, which was really good. So I'm going to show you the 2 shades that I have. So the first shade that I picked up, which was the one that I was definitely most drawn to, is called Cub, and Cub is a peachy warm red shade, as you can see. Now what I really like about these is they've got some sparkle in them, and I do find that they really show up on the hand once you've swatched them, which you can see now. So that one's Cub, and then the second shade that I picked up, which you can see me swatching now, is the shade Fawn. Now Fawn is definitely a cooler shade to Cub. It's a taupe colour and it's almost got like a grey kind of purple tone to it, but it's also got some bronze reflex going through it, so it's really pretty. And Beyonce actually wore this shade, which is obviously why I bought it. It's absolutely beautiful. So basically what I really like about them as well is the really cool packaging. They remind me of test tubes, and what I also love about them that you would have seen in my swatch is the really nice doe foot applicator. Now Glossier claim these to be 12-hour wear and also smudge proof. So because of my eye shape, I have quite hooded eyes. Product can often crease quite easily on me, so I'd be really interested to see how this product wears on me. Like I said, Glossier claim it to be kind of 12-hour wear, and product does tend to crease when I don't use a primer, and they do say that you don't need to use a primer with the Lidstar, so that's really good if they do work. So I will let you know my instant thoughts. I will give you the lowdown on them and I'll kind of tell you whether I like them or not and whether I would go and buy some other colours. The green shade really spoke out to me and I really want it, but I wanted to see how I got on with both shades before I purchased any more. So I'm going to go in with the shade Cub today, which is the warmer shade, and I haven't got any product on my eyelids. I haven't used a primer because I really just want to give this a fair shot. I'm going to apply it directly onto my eye and then I'm going to use a blending brush to blend the edges in. Glossier do say that you can use your fingers to blend it, but personally I like working with brushes, so I'm going to use a brush. So I'm going straight in with my applicator and I'm literally going to swipe it across my eyelid. And I'm kind of just going to go up to the crease or the socket. I'm going to go in for a tiny bit more as well, just to build that pigment up a little bit, because I like quite a strong pigment. Okay, so I'm happy with the amount of coverage that I've got there. Okay, so I've got a MAC 221 brush here and I'm just going across the edge to blend this. You'll notice that I haven't actually applied the other side yet because I don't know how quickly these dry. And I'm just going to try and blend this out. So it's blending out quite well. It's kind of quite sheer. I'm trying not to touch the actual product on the lid and just blend the edges out. So you can see one side compared to the other side. Now I have noticed here it has smudged a little bit, so I'm actually going to see how much I can build this up. So I'm going back in with another layer. Now this will be interesting to see if this starts to separate, because often with these kind of products it can look really bad once you go in again. but I'd definitely say this is a sheer product. Okay, so again, just gonna blend this out. I really like the colour of it. Okay, so it's pretty much dry, and just looking at it I can see there are little sections on my eyes where it is a tiny bit patchy, but personally it doesn't really bother me that much. Now if you're someone that really likes a full coverage, really bold eye makeup, I don't think you're necessarily going to like this. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a tiny bit of eyeshadow just on the outside, because I want to see how an eyeshadow goes over it and if they blend well together, because often these kind of colours only work with other cream shadows, or they only work well on their own. So I'm taking just like a brown shade from my NARS Wanted palette on the same brush, and I'm just going to apply a little bit in the outer corner. Just to see, I don't want anything major because I want to try and keep this quite subtle, but okay, so that eyeshadow blends quite nicely over it. It has stuck to it a little bit, so you can see along my lash line it's really accentuated my wrinkles a little bit more, like my natural wrinkles on my eye, but it has blended well. So you definitely can use normal eyeshadows with this product. Well, this is a NARS eyeshadow that I'm using and it's absolutely fine, but I can notice here there is a little bit of patching just in that centre area here. Okay, so I finished both eyes, and like I said, I put a little bit of the NARS eyeshadow on the outer corner just to see how a normal eyeshadow would blend into the cream product, and I would say that you definitely can use a normal eyeshadow with them. However, I do feel like it is a little bit patchy on me, and I did put a couple of layers on. Now maybe that's because I layered it up and I should have kept one thin layer. It is supposed to be like a veiled product, it's not supposed to be kind of like a strong eye look. Glossier is more of a kind of like a subtle makeup brand, and they're definitely more about kind of natural makeup and skin, so this definitely isn't for you if you really like a strong look. Now, would I buy it again? I probably wouldn't. This is the first time I tried the product, and I will definitely continue to use it and I'll see what works. Maybe using a finger works better than using a brush, but on the offset I would probably say if you like using a cream product, you might be better off using the Kiko eyeshadow sticks, which I absolutely love, or the By Terry ones, which really go on really beautifully and they offer a really nice full coverage to them. However, I am such a massive Glossier fan, so of course when these launched I had to try them. I will continue to use them and I'll give you guys updates on what I like about them and if I've kind of found a better way to work with them. I don't hate it, but it doesn't set my heart on fire, and I really think that these days products are very expensive, life is very expensive, and I think maybe don't waste your money on it and buy something else that really does work and have strong reviews. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you next week for another tutorial. Take care, bye!